Ladies and gentlemen, it is a big, weird, wild world out there, folks. And here we stand, al pie del cañón, ready for anything. I'm Rob, that's a Natch, and you're listening to...
The ProBoh Show!
That's right, boys and girls. Oh my God, it is Friday. Natch, we made it. We made it, sir. Oh my God. I've already worked 58 hours this week. No, that's a lie. Hang on. So I do 12 today, so 48 hours this week. My God, I am tired, friends. Oh, but this ProBoh Show comes from heaven and lands on me. I needed it today. I need you guys today. I missed you this week. We only had... this is the third only live show this week. Next week there is a bank holiday, friends, on Monday, but I will be here with the ProBoh Show. Later in the afternoon, probably. I'll probably do it around 1:30. Stay tuned to my Instagram if you want to tune into the live show at Professional Bohemian, Bohemio Profesional on Instagram. And if you want to join the show live, you can do so at twitch.tv//Professional Bohemian, Bohemio Profesional. Who's in the chat with us right now? Of course, we have the wonderful Nessa Finessa, the incomparable Pedro from Instagram, and Mama Bo. My mum's here, Natch. How are you doing, Mama Bo? And everyone's showing, Nessa showing my mum some love. I love that. Do you want to say hi to Mama Bo, Natch?
Hi, Mama Bo.
And we have Min here joining us all the way from the Netherlands. My mum all the way from the UK. We've got we're covering Europe right now. I'm loving it. All right, so friends, what do we have in store for today's show? Oh, it's going to be a good one today. I'm looking forward to it. Again, a lot of news. This is what happens when I can't do shows midweek. I come in with too much news. So I asked 100 humans today what food would be disgusting to be fed romantically. It's a good one. And in today's Complete the News, we look at Oklahoma police searching to help someone. It's a good one. Doesn't sound good, but it is. And something that American Airlines lost. But all that fun, friends, coming up in the second half. Before we get to that, we have to get through our unpopular opinion today, which is remote work is a fad. Es un... how do you say fad in Spanish, Natch? Es algo temporal. Es algo...
¿Una moda?
Yeah, una moda. Thank you. Oh, give yourself a nivelazo, Natch.
What? Que nivelazo?
Not only, I mean, of course, knowing Spanish for you isn't that big a deal, but understanding what fad means is, dude. Congratulations to you. So, una moda. So, it's a fad and a failed experiment. That coming from a piece of news that we covered on Wednesday's show. And we'll get into that in a second. First, guys, I'm here, you're here. Let's find out what's going on in the world. Firstly, Natch, plans for the weekend, sir?
None so far.
None so far. Those are the best weekends. Congratulations, man. I'm very happy for you. What plans do you have? None. Oh, that's where joy lives, in that none. Tell you what I'm doing. Well, you know, I did the Camino de Santiago like 2 or 3 years ago. One of those days, I met this crazy Italian guy, Alessandro. I met this crazy Italian guy, a young guy, and we got drunk together, and he bet me that we couldn't walk all the way to Santiago from Melide. It's like 65 kilometers. And I said, yes, I can, because I was drunk and stupid. And we did. The following day, the two of us walked 65 kilometers. It was incredibly painful, but we made it. Well, he's coming to town, and we're going to hang out. It's going to be nice, man. I'm looking forward to that. Alessandro, if you're listening to the show, you're crazy and I love you. Let's see. I'll miss the show this Monday, but I'll be in Menorca enjoying some rain, according to the forecast. But you'll enjoy the sea as well in Menorca. And congratulations, Pedro. You can be one of the golden ones that download the podcast, my friend. One of those angelic beings. More and more of them in the world downloading the podcast. Let's see. According to Twitch, you've been live for 48 hours. I don't think so. 48 hours? I would have known that. So, how are we doing out there, folks? Hopefully, well, let's look at some news. Entertainment news, tech news. Let's go some planet Earth news. Wind power is the main source of UK electricity for the first time. That's good news, eh, Natch? So yeah, in the UK, wind power has become the main source of electricity for the first time. If we could only figure out a way to harness the power of complaining and queuing, the UK could power the rest of the world, man. Imagine that. Yeah, this coming from BBC News. For the first time, wind turbines have generated more electricity than gas in the UK, according to research from Imperial College London. In the first quarter of the year, a third of the country's electricity came from wind farms, and a record period of solar energy generation was reported in April. Solar energy? Why would they build solar panels in the UK? What they need to do is harness the power of the rain, man. That's what they need to do. Cloudy skies and the rain. Too much beans on toast, says my mum. Yeah, the wind generated by humans eating beans on toast. Que es comparable con falada aquí. Para que lo enteras. Crack a window if you're going to eat beans on toast. That's all I'm saying. Menorca, so beautiful. Yeah, I agree. I'm kind of jealous of Pedro from Instagram, man. And what else? Okay. Fans of Michael Keaton and his earlier movies. What's your favourite Michael Keaton movie, Natch?
No idea.
I think most people would either say the first Batman, or the Batman Forever, the second one, or Batman Returns, I think was the second one, or Beetlejuice. Do you know it was probably called Beetlejuice in Spanish, right?
Yes.
So Beetlejuice. My mum says Beetlejuice. Yeah. You see, me and Mama Bo are in sync today. Well, Beetlejuice 2 is officially happening in 2024. Have you seen Beetlejuice, Natch? Was it?
No.
Oh man,
I know it's a classic.
It is a classic. It's funny and dark. It actually still holds up today as a really funny movie. I mean, the special effects, maybe not so much, but they're still amazing. Practical effects that they used in this movie. Well, Beetlejuice 2 is officially announced. Warner Brothers, this news, by the way, coming from EW.com. Warner Brothers has officially announced the release of Beetlejuice 2, a sequel to the 1988 Tim Burton film, set to premiere in theaters on September 6th, 2024. Oh man, I'm so excited for this. I loved Michael Keaton as a kid. I just thought he was brilliant. I thought he was the funniest actor. And then when he became Batman, obviously, he, in my estimation, went from just a funny comedic actor to God level. All right, and we've got more news, believe it or not, guys. I know I'm going a little fast through this news. Guys, if you want to deep dive or read some more thoughts that I put with regards to the news, you have to be a supporter on Patreon. You have to be a supporter on Patreon. There, when you click the link, you get all the links that I use for the show, and also some thoughts from me, or too long didn't read, like a summary of each article as well. Here we go. Elon Musk. You thought you were safe. No, we've got some tech news, friends. Elon Musk has announced he's found a new Twitter CEO. He's found a CEO. So he's actually... Do you remember, guys, we reported this? Elon Musk did a poll on Twitter saying, do you want me to be CEO? And he overwhelmingly lost that poll. Well, he's actually found a CEO. Elon Musk, this news, by the way, coming from, I think it was, The Guardian. Okay. Elon Musk, the current CEO of Twitter, announced that he has found a new CEO for the social media company who will begin in 6 weeks. Musk plans to transition to the roles of executive chair and CTO. Nat, you get Nivelatho if you know what CTO is. Ooh.
Chief Technological Officer.
Give yourself a Nivelatho, sir. You're killing it.
Que nivelazo.
This is how you know it's Friday, guys. Natch is on fire today. The Oracle. or maybe he's the AI. Maybe he's ChatGPT with a voice. Who knows? You guys never will. Let's see. While Musk did not disclose the new identity of the CEO, the Wall Street Journal reported that it's Linda Yaccarino. Linda Yaccarino. If you don't know who she is, she's the head of advertising at NBC Universal. Is that good news? Is that bad news? Oof. I mean, obviously, advertising on Twitter is a nightmare if you've ever tried to work with the platform. So yeah, it may be that she's there to refine the advertising process. Again, I mean, is this good news that the CEO is ahead of advertising in another company? I think not. But if you use social media, guys, what you've got to understand is you're the product. So get ready to be the product yet again on another social network, Twitter. Bleh. Boo. Let's see what people are saying in the chat. I agree, says Pedro, with Beetlejuice, I think, being the best Michael Keaton performance. He was great in that movie. Come on. Nessa, wow, so many years after the first one. Wasn't expecting that. Nice. Yeah. 1988. I actually thought that was a 90s movie, Beetlejuice. I was a little surprised there myself. I wonder what direction it's going to take. Well, from what I hear, Michael Keaton is going to maintain the role of Beetlejuice. I wouldn't be surprised if we see like Winona Ryder as the mother of new. That would be, for me, the perfect scenario. Winona Ryder is still in her role. I can't remember the name of the kid she plays, but it's her children and Beetlejuice. That would be awesome. Come on. How are you doing, Conman? Friday Con joining us on the show today, all the way from South Africa. How are you doing, sir? Okay, and I guess we've got time for one other very quick piece of news, and that is about Disney Plus. I don't actually want to report the news. I actually want to kind of call out media organizations misreporting the news. So the headline, this piece of news, by the way, coming from The Independent, the headline sounds catastrophic. Disney Plus sheds 4 million subscribers in 3 months. Disney Plus loses 4 million subscribers in 3 months. Sounds catastrophic, right? What's Disney Plus going to do? How much is a Disney Plus subscription? Like 10 euros? So that's like 40 million euros. Uh-oh. Well, when you dig a little deeper, and that's where most people kind of leave off. Uh-oh. Well, Disney Plus is dying. Well, no, it's not. Disney Plus has lost 4 million subscribers in the first quarter of 2023, continuing a trend from last quarter of 2022, where it lost 2.4 million. But a significant portion of this loss comes from India and parts of Asia, where Disney Plus operates as Disney Plus Hotstar. Yeah, it's not that Disney in Europe. Yeah, come on, guys. Read the article. It's for $7.99 in the UK. Actually, it's more reasonably priced in the UK, Natch. There you go. We'll buy the subscription in the UK and VPN it over here to Spain. Done. Problem solved. All right, guys. That's the news for today. Yeah, I'm not gonna dig any more into that. Yeah, Disney is doing just fine. It really is doing just fine. I mean, these people like who just are reporting on the titles, that just pisses me off, man. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not a massive Disney fan, although I loved Guardians of the Galaxy 3. I loved it. I'm not a massive Disney fan. I was a little disappointed with the new season of The Mandalorian, but I found it fine, entertaining. The Marvel TV shows are kind of hit and miss for me. But for me, like, as long as there are people producing content and that content is of an average quality, why? Come on. What's to be angry about, man? What annoys me really is fandom. Toxic fandom. Oh, this is not as good as my imagination. I don't like it anymore. Well, just start subscribe then, dude. And get on with your life, you know. I'll tell you what I did watch, Natch. You know who the producers are to watch right now? Apple TV. Severance. Did you watch any of Severance yet? No. Wow. Severance is a great show. Season 1 at least was brilliant. And God, I wish I could remember the name. I saw a new kind of sci-fi with a retro futuristic aesthetic called, I think it's called The Silo. Let me see. Silo. Yes. Okay. It's called Silo, produced by Apple TV. And it's got some great actors in it. Tim Robbins is in it. Rashida Jones. Or Rebecca Ferguson. And it's kind of in the vein of Lost or Westworld, you know, kind of like a futuristic or a sci-fi program with a lot of mystery. If you're into that kind of thing, I would highly recommend Silo. I've watched the first 2 episodes, and I was not disappointed. I think there's another episode waiting for me when I get home. The thing is, that's what they play with. Reading only the headline, says Nessa. Exactly, manipulating the truth. It's lying by omission, and, you know. Again, I will openly admit, most of the news, like every piece of news that I report, comes with a little tag of editorial content from me. So, you know, you take it with a grain of salt, but at least I'm honest about it. You know what I mean? Try and be honest about it, at least. All right, my friends, with all that said, let's go to today's unpopular opinion.
Unpopular opinion.
Firstly, my friends, what is an unpopular opinion? Well, my friends, it's a brain fart. Un pedo cerebral, pedo mental, or una rayada, as one of our listeners correctly told me. Okay, so I share that with you on my social networks. And you guys opine on it there, you vote. But the real decision makers are the people who contribute to the show live on twitch.tv/professional bohemian. And today's unpopular opinion was, remote working is a fad, una moda, and is a failed experiment. Un fracaso de experimento, would you say?
Pues más o menos, sí. Un experimento fallido.
Un experimento fallido. That's why I didn't get a nivelazo, guys, just in case you're wondering. It was just it was a mess. It was a fracaso de traducción.
No estaba mal, ¿eh?
Ah, no?
No.
Okay, well, there you go. All right, so yeah, this comes from a piece of news we covered on Wednesday about Sam Altman. If you don't know who that is, Sam Altman is the CEO of OpenAI. So whenever you read about ChatGPT, you're reading about OpenAI, which is the company that Sam Altman is the head of. And he criticized remote work, calling it harmful to creativity and labeling the practice a failed experiment, speaking at FinTech event. And that piece of news came from futurism.com. Altman argued that technology is not yet advanced enough for people to work remotely full-time, particularly in startups. Altman's opinion is shared by fellow OpenAI co-founder Elon Musk, who has also taken a strong stance against remote work, implementing strict in-person attendance policies at Tesla and SpaceX. What's your feeling on this, Natch? What do you think? Is it a failed experiment? Is it a fad?
I don't think it's a failed experiment. I think for some works, it's quite nice.
For some jobs. For some jobs.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, that's a fair point. I want to know your opinions in the chat, not just in the poll. I want you to tell me in words what you think of this. Is remote work a failed experiment? Is it a fad? A fashion? Let's see. So we posted that on Instagram. On Instagram, what do you think people said, Natch?
I think they said false.
You think they said false? Do you think a lot or a little?
60%.
All right, 75%, Natch. 75%, well, around 75% said false. That'll probably change through the show. So yeah, around 75% of people argued that no, it's not a failed experiment. It's the future. It's not a short-term fashion. It's the way things are going. Ooh, let's share some opinions. First of all, we'll go to the. Oh, here we go. Min says, not a fad, but not perfect yet. We are still trying to find the balance between working at home and going out and being with colleagues. Let's see what the elves prepared for us today. The poor elves that are in indentured servitude in my house. Yeah, thank you for this week, elves. I will give you an extra 5 minutes outside to experience the sunlight. Okay, so in the pro column, here we go. Remote work can hinder spontaneous brainstorming and teamwork, which are often facilitated by in-person interactions in a traditional office setting. Reduced oversight. Some managers and businesses might be concerned about decreased productivity due to less oversight and direct supervision. Remote work can lead to feelings of isolation and disconnection from colleagues, potentially impacting mental health and job satisfaction. And blurring the boundaries between work and personal life can lead to overworking, stress, and difficulty in achieving a work-life balance. And then for those 75% of people who disagreed with the statement, I imagine they feel something like this. Remote work offers flexibility in terms of work hours and location, allowing employees to tailor their work environment to their needs, which can increase job satisfaction and productivity. It eliminates commuting and can reduce costs associated with maintaining physical office spaces. It allows businesses to access a global talent pool, not limited by geographical boundaries. And finally, remote work can contribute to reducing carbon emissions by eliminating daily commuting, making it a more sustainable option. Interesting points there. Let's see, I do have lots of comments to read that I received since posting this. Let's see what people are saying. FridayCon, I like the separation between home and work. It's too distracting at home. Con, you and I see in sync in this regard, I think, because I'm kind of with you there. Nessa says, it's comfortable for me. I can concentrate better when I do have work. I do it from home, and I can tell you I work loads more hours than I would if I went to the office. That's from Nessa for Nessa. But Nessa, let me tell you something. Is that a good thing? Should you be gifting hours to the office? Let's see. The hardest name to pronounce. Lillillillll. Jeez Louise, I'll call you Lily. Lily says, remote work at the very least exposed how many jobs can be performed without someone on premises. That's very true. That's very true. Pedro says, I think remote work came to stay, but I believe the best setup is hybrid, i.e. allowing people to work a couple of days per week from home. All right, interesting points, guys. Thank you. I also received some comments on my Instagram. Let's see. Okay, here we go. Tanya says, I have to agree, remote work thing is a bit of a fad. Nothing beats in-person collaboration and the quick resolution of issues. Okay, that's from Tanya. Lucas says, I disagree, mate. Very familiar, Lucas. Okay, buddy. Remote work is a game changer, especially for those of us in tech. It's not a failed experiment, just a different way of working. Lila says, I beg to differ. Working remotely has been a lifesaver for me. As a mom, I can balance my work and still have time for my kiddos. It's not a fad, it's the future. All right, there you go. Some strong opinions there. Okay, I will say a couple of points on this. Number one, I spent maybe about 5 years working from home. I moved to the Canary Islands and worked exclusively remotely. Low rent and a good income because I was working with international companies. Earned quite a bit of money that then got wasted. But what were my learnings from that? Instead of working from home, I ended up living in the office in many ways, putting in way too many hours. And I didn't enjoy it. I missed collaboration. The kind of collaboration you get when you see people face to face. From people working at home here in this office, I noticed... oh God, how can I put this in a sensitive way, Natch? Usually I don't even concern myself with such things. People are ruder. People are less polite. When you're dealing with a screen name and a photo, you kind of forget in some ways that there's a human being reading those messages. Would you agree with that statement, Natch?
Yes.
I found people being a lot more insensitive. Now, to me, that doesn't matter because I'm from England and I have no emotions. Just hungry and grumpy. Those are the two that I tend to have. But yeah, I noticed that. And I noticed like a more overreaction to simple little things. I found myself unable to concentrate in a way that I would when I'm in the office. Because certain parts of my job, for example, producing this show from home, is not as good as when I've got the Natch in front of me, pushing me with his whip, like I do to the elves. Another 25 minutes, Calvo, do it. So yeah, that kind of pressure is really useful for me. However, there is a big part of my job which is editing, which requires high concentration, which I perform much better from home. So I'm kind of mixed on this issue. I'm kind of mixed. Guys, I can see you've posted a bunch of comments, and we will get to those after the break, and I appreciate those. You're doing great work. Give me more comments to read after the break. But before that, I will post a poll in the chat, and you're going to tell me, I'm not going to tell you, working from home, is it a fad? Is it a failure? You tell me, guys. Friends, oh my God, we were running into the commercial break, friends. Let me tell you something. So many things you could have been doing today. So many things. But instead of doing those things, you decided to take the time to spend some time with me, and it means the absolute world, folks. I'll see you in 4 minutes. Hey guys, if you'd like to support the show, you can do so on Patreon. That's patreon.com/professional bohemian. There you'll find VODs of the episodes as they are recorded live, blogs, vlogs, and behind-the-scenes content. If you'd like to watch the show live, you can do so on twitch.tv/professional bohemian, and you can participate in the polls we use in the show on Instagram @professional bohemian or Twitter @ProBoh, ProBoh. Okay, on with the show. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the ProBoh Show on this beautiful Friday. How are we doing, guys? Let me tell you something, guys. If you're just listening to the show, if you're one of the angelic podcast listeners, let me tell you something. The live audience is killing it today. You guys, by the way, I learned that you can't say killing it in Spanish. If you try directly translate it, it's an insult. So, lo estás petando, right, is a good way to say it. Lo estás petando. You're killing it today, guys. Thank you, thank you. Okay, the poll is out on the chat regarding our unpopular opinion. I'm going to make a note of what I believe the final results will be. Okay. All right, guys, if you just tuned in, what have you missed? Oh, man, a lot of news today. This is what happens when I have a day without doing the show. We spoke briefly about wind becoming, wind generators becoming the primary source of electricity for the first time in the UK. Great stuff. We also spoke about Beetlejuice 2 being announced for September 2024. Well, specifically September the 6th, 2024. Then we spoke about Elon Musk finally having found a new CEO for Twitter, and speculation by the Wall Street Journal that it will be Linda Yaccarino, the NBC Universal head of advertising. And yeah, we kind of briefly discussed what that could potentially mean for the platform Twitter. And then Disney shedding 4 million subscribers, but mainly coming from India and parts of Asia. All right. So, and yeah, Disney are in good shape, man. Disney have all the money. No one's worrying about Disney. All right. And then we moved into our unpopular opinion, which was based on a piece of news coming from Sam Altman, the CEO of OpenAI, the creators of ChatGPT, DALL-E. Basically one of the main companies involved in AI at the moment. I have the results of that poll right here, so thank you guys if you were one of the ones that voted today. Let's see what people in the chat, what our wonderful warriors are saying. Let's see. Momabo says, both arguments have value, but I believe there should be a separation between work and home. Yeah, I think we often romanticize the idea of working from home. Like, you know, we've retired. No. You haven't retired. What you've done is you're paying your electricity bill for your company. Congratulations. You know? Anyway, let's continue. Pedro says, the problem is that excessive regulation on remote work de-incentivize some companies to continue with it. It was just easier to send people back to their desks. That's a shame. Personally, I enjoy remote work, and I think it increases productivity for some tasks. Yeah, there I can agree. Whereas I don't believe it's probably the best for people's mental health. When I start to edit at home, 2 reasons. Number one, I have a beast of a computer. So I can edit a lot faster, and also the lack of distractions just enables me to do those repetitive kind of digital tasks so much quicker. But that said, I'm not a person who enjoys working from home, because I always think I'm sat there thinking, well, this is money that I'm this electricity bill I'm paying for the company right now. I pay for my own Adobe license, and the company's using my Adobe. That's what I think. You know what I mean? I just think about all the money I'm gifting to the company rather than, oh, I'm working from home today. I mean, it's true you save time on the commute. I'd rather commute an hour, spend time with the Natch, which is like staring at the surface of the sun sometimes, Natch. I'll be honest. the original angelic being, the Oracle. No, but I enjoy it. I enjoy the cut and thrust of being with my colleagues in the same place, because obviously we have quite a creative job in the radio and TV, and it's important. It's important that kind of that easily flowing conversation, the kind of conversation you can only have when it's face to face. I believe that's important. Okay, let's see. Let's continue. MJ Symbol, how you doing, buddy? Good morning. He says working remotely is the reason that technology is what technology should be used for. Interesting point. It's funny how people are judging working remotely and not many stupid apps or awful uses of technology. He goes on to describe some things that he considers awful uses of technology. For example, porn, Twitter. I mean, dude, that's basically... Have you been searching my internet history? I'm just simple. No, I'm joking. Porn, Twitter, stupid apps, memes, Facebook, and ridiculous usage of the phone. Nessa says, it's true, it's not too healthy. I forget to have lunch sometimes, and I can get lost in work. Yeah, me too, Nessa, me too. Symbol, and still, no one addresses or solves these problems. Interesting point there from Symbol. Bosses, for some reason, hate working remotely. God knows why, if the figures prove people really do work more efficiently from home. For me, it's not a question of efficiency. It's a question of mental health for me. I don't think... I think humans need to be around other humans. I do, honestly. I know it's not a popular opinion, and we'll get into how unpopular the way I think about it is shortly. Now, during the pandemic, that was different. I was the first manager at Vaughan to send people home. But now we're back in the office. You know, I understand that's the way people feel, so I don't kind of vocalize it, or I encourage if people need to work from home, I encourage that. But my own personal feelings is that managing a very creative team, it's important that we work together. But that, I mean, again, like I'm not going to be the salmon swimming against the tide, against the current. I will very much try and be as flexible as I can. Right, Natch? Is that not true? I try and be flexible, dude. Yeah, he's nodding. He don't want to say anything on the mic, because then I'll have him recorded. All right, let's continue. Coco's here. How you doing, Coco Lavanda? Guys, help me convince Coco to come into the studio one day. Coco is an influencer, and I think she could help us demystify what it is to be an influencer in the modern world. She would be a great guest to come on the ProBoh Show. So help me convince Coco Lavender to get into the studio with me one morning. Okay, let's continue. Nessa, I do agree politeness disappears a little when people forget there's a human being on the other side. Yeah, and that's just human nature, man. I mean, I found it. Like, when people are staring into my dead, angry eyes, they tend to be a lot more polite than when they're just sending me a message. I mean, look at the phenomenon of YouTube comment section. You know, when you can have that kind of supposed anonymity, you feel a lot more kind of comfortable to be an ass. You know? Well, yeah, so certain cultural norms need to exist, and I think they exist much easier, or they're easily adopted when you're working face to face with people. That's just my opinion, folks. Coco says, hi, Friday at last, and here to listen to the program. Nice to have you here, Coco. Welcome, welcome. The Bridge is here. Hello, Rob. Good morning. How you doing, Bridge? Welcome, welcome. Let's see. Nessa says, as a freelancer, I stick part of the electricity bill and Adobe on the bill. That's great. But you see, if you're working for a company, At least this company, when people work from home, they don't get any extra cash for their electricity bill or their internet bill. You know, and that kind of annoys me a little bit. So I'd rather just come into the office. Anyway, let's continue. Oh yes, I want to go to the program. Coco, come to the program one day. I would love it. Rob, I think humans should be around other humans. Really? Did you really say that? I know, it's not very on brand. I mean, I want us to be around other humans, just not directly talking to me. Is that possible? I like to be in a pub, a busy pub, but I like to be in a corner on my own or outside smoking. Just knowing that humanity is existing around me. That's the ideal. All right, so should we get to the results of the poll match? I think we should. Okay, so I asked you, or I proposed the idea that working from home is a fad. Actually, I didn't. Sam Altman from OpenAI said that working from home is a fad. It's a failed experiment. Let's get a little drum roll, Natch. 83% of you said false. Yeah, very much I find myself as an older gent kind of with certain ideas that I recognize may be quite antiquated. And whereas I don't believe in the idea of remote work, I value very much people being around me and being able to enjoy being around my team. I understand that the river is flowing in an opposite direction. And me as a person who's not a particular fan of remote work doesn't mean that the people under me or working with me share that opinion. And you don't change opinions by trying to stop the rolling ball. What you do is you kind of run with the rolling ball of working from home and try and nudge it in a direction you like. And plus, you know what I mean? For me, one of the main things about being a manager is not kind of trying to enforce my beliefs on a team, but supporting the team that I have. And I think what Sam Altman and Elon Musk have forgotten is that is a big part of leadership. Is not telling people that they're wrong, but trying to encourage them to be the best and most productive people that they can be. And that's my opinion, guys. And I'm willing to admit I might be wrong on this issue. I don't particularly like the idea of working from home, but a lot of people do. And you know what? Something that who was it? MJ Symbol said earlier. It's true. It has been proven to increase productivity, particularly in tech. When it comes to programming, I have a friend who works in API development. He says he's way more productive from home. I'm more productive when it comes to editing. So, you know, who am I to argue, man? Who am I to argue? The bridge says, oh, so you want people herded up? Yeah, exactly. As all those arguments are valid, hybrid is the best setup. Yeah, there's quite a lot of truth to that. Hybrid, working from home once or twice a week. Why the hell not? All right, friends. Well, there you go. That was today's unpopular opinion. Thank you so much, guys. It was a good conversation today. You guys killed it. You lo has petao in Spanish. All right, guys, let's go to today's 100 Humans. Oh my God, friends, let me tell you, it was a long walk to work today. Oof, Natch, long walk, man. Across snow-capped mountains and through river valleys. And on that walk, I encountered 100 humans. And I asked them all a question. Today's question was, oh, it's a good one today. Name a food that would be disgusting to be fed romantically. Okay, so by this, Natch, what I mean is, you know when, like the idea of someone feeding you grapes or putting a strawberry covered in cream in your mouth, like a romantic kind of feeding gesture. So what food would be disgusting to be fed Pedro's killing it. What food would be disgusting to be fed romantically? I asked them that question, friends. They gave me their answers. I have the top 7 answers right here. Your job in the chat is to identify those top 7 answers. All right. Woo! You know, I'm just going to say this, guys, before you give me a lot of Spanish foods. It seems to be that a lot of the 100 humans this morning were American tourists. I'm just going to put it like that. If it helps you identify the top 7 answers. First of all, by the way, friends, thank you. I can see the some great answers here. As always, we're going to go to the Natch first. Okay, Natch, what would be disgusting to be fed romantically? Spaghetti? Oh, I don't know, Natch, because I remember that scene from The Lady and the Tramp.
Yeah.
You know, the 2 doggies eating spaghetti. Well, look, it's not up to me, man. Let's ask the... let's see if the 100 humans agree with you. Is spaghetti there? I'm going to give it to you, Natch. I'm going to give it to you. Spaghetti isn't there, but noodles is. But noodles is. So I'm going to give it to you. Noodles there. 4th most popular answer with 12 of 100 humans. All right. Let's see what people are saying. Pedro has 2 great ones. Fabada, which is like a bean stew here in Spain. And callos a la madrileña. Callos. What is callos made out of, Natch?
It's a little bit disgusting to foreigners. I don't know exactly how to explain in the part, but it's like... What?
Isn't it guts, tripas?
I think so.
Okay, hang on, wait. Google's going to tell us. What's in callos? What is callos? Okay, here we go. I think it's guts, man. Callos is a stew common across Spain. Is considered a traditional to Madrid. In Madrid, it's referred to as callos a la madrileña. It contains beef tripe. So yeah, it's blood. I mean, it's blood. It's guts and blood sausage. Big fan of Spanish blood sausage, by the way. I know it sounds disgusting, but dude, morcilla here in Spain is just the best. Oh my God. All right, anyway, let's continue. Sorry, I'm getting hungry now. I haven't eaten breakfast yet. Okay, so neither of those are there. Callos ni fabada. Sorry, Pedro. Nessa says a fried egg. Open your mouth, sweetheart. Just bits of gooey egg dripping all over the face. Is fried egg there? No, it's not. Sorry. Prawns. Prawns, says Seri. Gambas, prawns. Do I give you this? No, I don't think I can. Okay, prawns is not there. Prawns is not there, sorry. The bridge wrote ANVHH. I'm not even sure that's a word. I think that's a Roman numeral. What does that mean, Bridge? Momabo says oysters. Oysters. A lot of mariscos. A lot of seafood. I'm not looking for seafood, but I am looking for something that you eat from the sea. That's not mariscos. That's not shellfish. Anyway, is mariscos is oysters there? No, it's not. Great answer, though. Great answer. The Breach says anchovies. Anchovies. And Coco Lavender says fish. We're going to squish those together. Actually, Coco nailed it. It's fish. Give her a round of applause. Coco, not only is it there, it's the number 1 answer. Well done. Well done. 28 of 100 humans said fish. Very unromantic thing to be fed. Oh, guys, you're killing it today. All right. Rice. Arroz. Rice. Is rice there? I don't know. Is rice really disgusting thing to feed your lover? I don't think so. You know? But is it there? Did the 100 humans think rice? No, they didn't. Sorry, guys. Hamburger, says Nessa Finessa. Yeah, sweetheart. You shove it in the mouth. It's hamburgers there. No, it's not. It's not there. Let me tell you something, Natch. If someone's dating me and they want to feed me hamburgers, romantic or not, man, it's getting me. It's calentando motores. Big fan of hamburgers, man, as you can probably tell if you're watching the stream. All right, hamburger's not there. Neither is tripe. Callos is the stomach. Thank you, Pedro. Okay, so seafood isn't there, so we're going to immediately rule out seafood and squid. But great answers, guys, great answers, but not there. Coco says, this is great. Coco says, soup, sopa. That would be the worst thing to me. All right, is soup there? Yes, it is. Well done. Soup is there. It's the number 2 answer with 19 of 100 humans saying soup. Well done. It's Coco's round to lose right now. Okay, here we go. Chaos is sliced up stomach equals tripe. Thank you, thank you. Okay, Nessa says jelly. Jelly in American English is what you would call mermelada aquí, but in British English it's gelatina. Yeah. Did you learn something there, Natch? Because I'm not hearing any nivelazos.
¡Qué nivelazo!
I mean, come on, dude. that was Alberto Alonso level teaching right there. Come on, vamos. In neither of its iterations, jelly is not there. Sorry, Nessa. Oof, I'm gonna have to give you guys some clues. I have to give you guys some clues. Calentando motores, nivelazo. Thank you, Nessa. All right. Okay, so we have porridge and beans, and neither of those two are there. Okay, sorry, guys. I have to admit, I have to confess something. Seri has written sloppy Joe. Do you know what a sloppy Joe is? Natch? No. Me neither. I have to be honest. I think it's kind of like a hamburger, but with ground beef in it rather than a consistent hamburger. I think that's what it is. But either way, it's not there. It's not there. Sorry. Okay, we have to go. Hurry up, man! I want to do that. I want to do some complete the news. Nessa says chicken wings. Chicken is there. Well done, Nessa. 6 of 100 humans said chicken. Okay, we're gonna do some. We're gonna do some clues. Okay, I broke 6 of these recently. Woo! I broke 6 of these recently. A food that would be disgusting to be fed romantically. I broke 6 of these recently. Everyone in the chat has it. Do you know, Natch? Of course you know. It's ribs. It's ribs. Well done, guys. Okay. All right, dude. Guys, this is one of my favorite foods. I eat it frozen. Well, I prepare it from frozen. What is it?
Pizza?
Pizza! Well done! Mama Bo got this, as did Nessa. Well done, guys. All right, there's one more to get. There is no masculine way to really eat these. I believe they were invented in Germany, in the town city of Frankfurt. But Americans really refined the art of these by putting them in bread. What am I talking about, Natch?
Sausages? Hot dogs?
Hot dogs. Seri, well done. Hot dogs. Well done, guys. You killed it. That was all 7. Let's go through the list. So, I asked 100 humans to name foods that would be disgusting to be fed romantically. In position number 7, we had chicken. In position number 6, with 7 of 100 humans, we had ribs, like barbecue ribs, as Seri said in the chat there. In position number 5, we had hot dogs. Perritos calientes in Spanish, right, Natch?
Vaya nivelazo.
Thank you. In position number 4, we had noodles. In position number 3, we had pizza. In position number 2, we had soup. 19 of 100 humans. And in position number 1, congratulations to Coco, it was fish. Okay, let's go head first into today's Complete the News.
Complete the news!
Okay, my friends, this is Complete the News. I give you a news headline, un titular. Your job in the chat, but I will leave out some important information. Your job in the chat is to identify that piece of missing information with the 3 options I provide. If you're one of the many people, and there are a bunch of you watching the show right now, but you're too nervous to type out in the chat, I understand it. Guys, this is your moment. Because all you have to write is A, B, or C. I think we only have time for one, sadly. So let's go there right now. Okay, a body cam. Es un cámara que llevan puesto los polis. It's a camera that the police have. I think it's on their chest to record things that they're doing. So a body cam shows Oklahoma police searching for someone yelling help. Están buscando a alguien gritando, ayúdame. Okay. So body cam shows Oklahoma police searching for someone yelling help. It was blank. It was blank. Was it A, a husky? It's a kind of a breed of dog. A husky. Was it B, a couple having sex? Or was it C, a goat? Okay, here we go, guys. So a body cam shows Oklahoma police searching for someone yelling help. It was blank. Was it A, a husky? B, a couple having sex? Or C, a goat? What do you think, Natch?
A goat?
You think C? Let me tell you something. Mama Bo agrees. Seri agrees. I'm seeing B quite popular. A couple having sex. All right. C is in the lead. A goat. Let's get a little drum roll, Natch. Body cam shows Oklahoma police searching for someone yelling help. It was C, a goat. Una cabra, as they say here in Spanish. So this news coming from CBS News. Police officers in Oklahoma responded to a distress call only to find out it was a goat calling for help. Wow. Guys, if you want to pick through all the news that I've mentioned in today's show, that all exists with a little bit of written text on my Patreon, Professional Bohemian on Patreon. You can't miss me. Friends, what a great show, guys. I missed you this week. But I'll be back on Monday, even though it's a bank holiday, of course, from the ProBoh home studio. Stay tuned to me on Instagram for details of that. That's @professionalbohemian. Friends, so many things you could have been doing this morning, so many. But instead of doing those things, you took the time to spend some time with me, and it means the world. See you next time.